Morning, hello Rodney. Thanks for clicking on my video. It's starting to feel a little bit like fall. I thought it was. We had some weather that kind of felt like fall earlier, but then all of a sudden seemed to be like it was hotter than summer. Whew. Well, it's early. Well, what is that? Where's that light coming? It's coming from in there. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and package up my piece over there. I can't see anything. There's no light in here. I mean, I can see, but I don't think my camera's picking up much. Package it up, and ship it out. Wow. The wind's blowing pretty good out there. A little flag thing that I have over there, my wind indicator. So, anyway, it'll be good. I'll enjoy boxing this piece, putting it in a really interesting shipping container and sending it out. I just remembered it's Saturday. The flea market today. I'm not so sure I'm going to go down to the flea market today. There's really nothing I need. Which is really not usually anything that I need at the flea market, but just don't feel like doing anything. I don't know, I might, but I don't know. I'm going to get suited up winter gear today because it's going to be a little chilly out there. I'm looking forward to starting on that package. If I finish it, I'll ship it out today. But I may not finish. Maybe I'll finish today. I might not finish until tomorrow. That was interesting about that phone call that I received. Person saw the video I did on this, that showed that piece. And the person was telling me that they were having a conversation with someone, and that they wanted to make sure that my work is out there. It'd be nice if it could happen before I'm gone. I didn't even think in those kind of terms, But that even if that didn't happen, that the person would get together with my daughter. My daughter doesn't know anything about this. To make sure that my work is shown. And I thought that was a very fascinating thing. I'd never heard anything like that before. Never heard anything like that before. I'll show you the kind of thing that I like. Now there's 4 pieces. There's these 4 pieces sitting there, but what I'm showing you is, see those three pieces, the 2 on the top and that one right there? That's the kind of thing that I enjoy as well, is when like those three pieces together, they're just there because that's the place they wound up in storage. But I like the those three images together, and so those three pieces might actually be together. I may take those out and put them together to make one piece. So anyway, it's the Fab Four. I'm gonna go out for a walk. I did another no-no by having a half a bucket of ice cream yesterday. Not the full bucket. I got a smaller container, but I mean, it was still a lot. It was really good ice cream, but holy moly. And the first time I've eaten meat in quite a while, I was out with Berto, and I had the top chop special, the top chop steak. And basically, it's like one step or two steps above. It's not a very great cut of meat, but it was good, and it came with a salad, and it came with a salad, fries, and that with some Texas toast. So I had that. I don't eat very much meat. I eat hardly any meat. And I went to, I had my doctor's appointment yesterday, and the medical recommendations for this particular number that relates to thyroid, thyroid cancer patients, is, my number on that was 1.1, okay? And so that was within the range that was considered normal and by the medical community. Anyway, they changed their recommendation. So my doctor gave me a different prescription of the dosage of this stuff that I take. And so I went in after 6 weeks and got another blood test, and the number was 0.1. So what is that? That's like a factor of 100? 100 times less? I don't know. Whatever. It's a lot less. So it was good to hear that. And what else happened? Looked at my chest because I was thinking about these particular things, and he said, no, that's fine, that's okay. And that men usually have skin cancer on their trunk, either their chest or their back, and women have it on their limbs, I guess, or digits, fingers and stuff like that. Because I know a friend of mine was saying that he knew someone who had melanoma on their thigh. But so anyway, that was okay. And then I got another test, which I'm not going to tell you about, but that was fine. What else? In my thumb, I thought maybe that I had arthritis in my thumb from overuse, and the doctor says probably tendinitis, because I've had tendinitis, or what I thought was tendinitis, in my wrist from painting, and it knocked me out from painting. I couldn't even paint for a long time. I had to just lay off completely because it was serious pain from my wrist, and damaged my wrist from painting. So I'm just not sure what I'm going to be doing. But I've always wanted to because I enjoy doing my work. I mean, obviously I enjoy it, or I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't have done so much. I mean, I've done so many paintings and so many sculptures and so many drawings. It's obvious. that, I enjoy doing what I do. I never went that route of doing it differently than, well, I should have gone a different route. I would have had a different result. But that's a story for well, you probably already told that story. I mean, these videos are basically diaries for my daughter and for other people. I mean, I was really, I guess maybe the word's gratified for someone to say that they want my work to be recognized, and upon my death, the person wants to get together with my daughter to make sure that happens. I mean, hopefully I don't die for a long, long time, but it'd be nice to have a little recognition, because even though a lot of people may not think that my work is very special, it is. It's very freaking special. It comes from me. It comes from my imagination. I'm not trying to represent something that I see. Because if I wanted to represent something that I see, I could have done that quite well. I mean, there's Pablo Picasso. It's something, you do yourself a favor and go look. Pablo Picasso, when he was 15 years old, was a great representational painter. He did a thing called the what was it? What's it called? The Communion. He did a painting called The Communion. Go check it out. Pablo Picasso, The Communion. And his early work as a teenager. And he did a work on this where these people were attending this person laying on a bed. I guess they were dying or something, or they were very ill, whatever it was. And he did a painting of that. I mean, astounding work. I think he was like 15. With the Communion, he was 15. He was 15 years old when he painted the Communion, and I mean, there are very few people that have ever lived that can paint a realistic scene like that. And I never did that kind of thing, and it's in a way I wish I would have got the training to do that kind of thing, but I never really cared much about that. I like to do what I do, and this right here is one of my best pieces. It's a representational painting, but it's also an abstract painting. It's got there's a painting. There's over in the corner is that American flag, and then there's underneath it is a New Mexico flag, and that's all done with the puzzle pieces. And then when I put it, and then I was looking for a frame, a stretcher to put this space age Kachina. I did a series once called what was it? It was it talked about the old it talked about the spiritual, the scientific, spiritual and scientific things, and this is a Kachina in the form of a space traveler, which encompasses kind of both of those kind of things. But that's a beautiful piece. That's a really beautiful piece. But this piece over here, I'll show you what some of when I was doing the puzzle pieces, which I really enjoyed doing. Someone was interested in this piece, and they sent me a note as to, this piece, and I guess they figured that $200 was too much. I don't think so, people. I don't think so. Anyway, go for a walk now. Well, I didn't go as far as I usually do. I guess that's the result of half a bucket of ice cream and a big chunk of meat with French fries, and plus I went to the co-op and bought a bag of roasted sunflower seeds. As I was coming back, I was thinking about last week when I went to the flea market. There was a man there, an old man. He's like 88 years old, and his wife is 83, and they're doing the flea market. They're originally from Ohio. They came out here, and they were doing the jewelry business, and they had a big antique business back in Ohio. So they're out here now, and they do the flea market every week. And they're real nice people, very nice. And so we were talking about Indian beads, and there was this guy, the old man was telling me that he knows this guy, the Fab Four, and he knows this guy that was getting these Indian beads off of anthills. And we were talking about that, and he was talking about the guy who was telling him what it was, and he thought that the ants were doing something to the bees and this and that. And I told him, I said, well, I think that the ants find the beads and then bring them back and put them on the hill. But what I found out about ants was, well, of course, that's not really true either. But I'll get into, because I have an anthill that's over there that they go and get all kinds of little tiny pieces of glass from where all my glass stuff is and put it on their pile. So they do actually, for some reason, go and get things and put on their pile. But anyway, so maybe that's where they come from as well, the beads. But probably not, because I did some research on that. And what the research was that the ants, whenever there's a burial, the ground is very soft above the burial, right? And the Indians buried their dead. So, and it's not necessarily an indication that if you have beads on top of an anthill that you're on top of a grave, because the ants can go different places and then they might bump into a burial place, and then what they do is they start taking the material from underground, and then they take it all the way through their channel system or whatever it's called, and go up to the top and deposit it on the anthill. So that's where the majority, I think I would say the majority of those beads, probably almost all of them, probably all of them, come from burial sites where someone's buried, and then ants discover that area and they start cleaning it out, and the bead to them is a little rock, and so they take it and deposit it on top of their anthill. So that's where the beads come from. So I was going to go and tell him that story, but I don't know if I'm going to go out today. I might just stay home. I'm still not sure. I'm still unclear about that. But I'm going to start that process of getting that ready for shipment. I don't have any cardboard here. That's a problem. Usually I would get, matter of fact, I'll start collecting cardboard again, because with the weather turning like this, I'll start collecting cardboard because I use it in my fireplace, in my wood stove. What am I doing? I'm stumbling around. I'm looking for my shorts. There they are. So they fall off. So I got a new tie for them. Piece of cloth. I ripped it in two what do you call it? Two strips. So I make myself a nice little belt thingy. It's a Fab Four, ladies and gentlemen. John, Paul, George, and Ringo. I like that piece. It's really interesting because it's got that representational piece there and another little representational piece over there in the corner. And it's got this wrapped piece, and then it's got this piece with a saying on it. Nothing contributes so much to tranquilize the mind as a steady purpose, a point which the soul may fix its intellectual eye. And there you have it. I'm Hella Rodney. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye. Looky, looky, looky. Look what I found. Looky, looky, looky. Look what I found. Oh, yeah. Box. I don't know if I want to use this box because this is a pretty interesting box. It's like something that fits together perfectly. So either because this is an interesting thing. So I may not use that one because it fits together perfectly. I thought I was going to, but just as I was looking at it again, I thought, wow, that's a pretty good box. I wonder, and it's not, it's, it would fit the purpose, but in order to fit the purpose, I would have to destroy it. I don't want to destroy it. Look at all these freaking cracker boxes all over the place. Cracker boxes all over the place because this little box right here. It's a great box. It's a chest. That thing folds down. It's an awesome chest. And I bought it at an antique place, kind of a thing where a guy buys stuff in flea markets or wherever he gets it. And it was full of material, full of cloth. And I bought the thing for $20. A chest, a wooden chest, made out of 3/4 inch plywood, full of interesting cloth. And I bought the thing for $20, and then I took all the cloth out and put it in a different location. I used that as my wood box. So I'll use it for that, all that stuff, the paper and stuff that I've been recycling since last winter. Keep it in there, so I use it for my fire. Let's see if we have anything in here. Yeah, we got. When you open up your card, you have a lawnmower and freaking shoes and all kinds of crap. No, you don't. A freaking frame over there that's really strange. A freaking French jacket. I mean, come on. Oh. I tell you, it's like living inside my mind is like living in some kind of a circus. It's like living in a circus. I saw this freaking cup here. It's been out here for a long time, obviously. Huh. So this thing gets tossed out. Look at that interesting texture on it, that interesting coloration. Freaking roosters. I can't even think about the roosters anymore. Oh, and I don't know if I said it earlier, but the medication stuff that I'm going to be taking, doubling up the dose on the Wellbutrin. I'm all into that. You know, if you got a little bit of peace and quiet within your own mind, might as well take more so you get more peace and quiet. Yeah, right. But I want to, you know, I was talking to the doctor about it. I said, man, I can't finish the cycle. I can't start something and actually finish it. You know, I mean, I start things and they go, ugh. And so I was talking about how that it might be good to do up the dosage, and then, well, he said something, I can't remember what he said, but anyway, I said, yeah, man, that's a good idea. Yeah, fuck, I don't know. Now here I can use this as a box. So that, but I think I'm not going to do that because I like that, and I might incorporate that right there into something. So I'd rather use that perfectly formed box within a box rather than use that. But I'll stumble and bumble it. Wow, there you go. Around here, well, this is something I didn't want to do that because it's got that really interesting golden texture on it. I've got two of these in my car. I should have brought them in. Why didn't you bring them in, Rodney? Why didn't you bring them in, Rodney? Well, you didn't bring them in because, well, you're too busy. That's something that you're just too busy to do something like that. It's hard to waste all your valuable time on stuff like that. You need your valuable time walking around looking for stuff like inside. It's a never-ending freaking cartoon around here, I swear. It's just like being in a freaking cartoon, living my life. And I like it, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I don't like it. Now that thing would have worked, but it's for a different purpose. Now I have those pieces up there that are used to as sunblocks for the. They're used as sunblocks. Those things are going to get taken down pretty soon. So if I can't find something, I can use those because those are going to get taken down fairly soon because chilly weather is on the way. So I could actually take those down. Now there's one of my viewers likes these videos where I just kind of walk or shuffle around. I think that's what she said, shuffle around. Oh, that really pissed me off. That really upset me greatly. I find umbrage in that. Shuffling, I'm not a shuffler. I'm a sloucher. How in my world am I going to get up there, you may think? How, Rodney, are you going to find your way up there? How? Oh, how? I was thinking about using that box, but it's full of lunch boxes. My lunchbox collection. You know what? Maybe it's time to take the lunchbox collection down and start to incorporate it into something else. But maybe not. Probably not. Probably not. Okay. Let's see here. See what's in here. No, I can't do that. That's freaking sewing machines and all kinds of stuff in there. Well, I've got those little boxes. That little box right there is just holding some stuff. I might be able to use that one. And then I've got this other box over here. These are small boxes. But anyway, I'm going to stumble and bumble around here. Shuffle around. Oh, I took umbrage. I took serious umbrage on that. I'm just about maxed out on umbrage. Forgot to get, because when I went to the last time I was at the post office, I wanted to get, boxes from the post office because I need stuff to ship things, and I forgot to pick up the freaking boxes. Well, Rodney, if you forgot to pick up the boxes, it's your fault now, isn't it? Yeah, okay, I know it's my fault. I'm not saying it's not my fault. I know it's my fault, okay? Some of you freaking people. I take umbrage with you. It's a matter of umbrage versus non-umbrage. Well, now that I'm kind of on the case, I'm going to get some cardboard and ship that package. It's going to go out. It'll be in a package that is, it'll be an interesting package. Let's put it that way. It'll be something that will be readily accepted at the post office. I found a really good box. That's the last time that piece will be there. Okay. So, found a really good box for it. So, it's going to get put in this little sarcophagus, and it's going to get shipped out today. Well, that's the interior package. Now, if the person that was getting this did not know what's on the inside of this, I would continue the process of making this a piece that would be very similar to the other piece. That's something that would be more along the lines of these. So that's the package. You have to open that up, and then you get to another package, and then another package. But because the person knows what's on the inside of this, and that's the thing that they're expecting, and that's the thing that I want them to have, there's no reason to do that. So that's just that's the interior package, and then this is the box. I don't think I'll show you that, but anyway. There's the box. Package. It's a nice recycled package. All the information will go on that side right there. It's good. It's real good. Well, I've shipped off that package. The package is shipped off. That piece is on its way. So, that's good. It's on its way. And I went down to the post office, and they have a parade. The parade had started, and by the time I was going to go I was at the post office. So I waited and watched the parade go by. It wasn't much of a parade. I should have brought my camera, but I didn't. But there really wasn't much in the parade worth even talking about. They threw a bunch of candy out and crap like that, I ate like a Tootsie Roll, those Tootsie Pop things. I still feel the result of that. So that was that. And then they had a gun show. They got some kind of thing going on. They had a gun show. I didn't go to the gun show. I'm not going to buy a gun today. I called ahead to see if they had bazookas. They didn't have any bazookas. What kind of gun show do you got with no bazookas? So then they had like a little fiesta thing. It's not really much of a fiesta. It's just a park down there where people set up and sell stuff. I went to that. That was wasn't that great. But Isn't that great? And then I got, at the flea market, I got a little pair of gloves for $1. No, 50 cents. 50 cents for the gloves, which are great. You know, I'll put them up here with my other gloves, and then when those gloves wear out, I'll have a new pair of gloves for my walking. And then this thing right here, this nice little box, X-Acto, and it's got 3 of these little, ouch, handles for knives. So this is really good. I mean, it's not really, you know, it's not a spectacular thing, but for like $1, it was fine. So I have to get some X-Acto blades. If anybody has any X-Acto blades, send me some X-Acto blades. Or you can send me like a gift certificate to the X-Acto blade store. Cool. So it's kind of fun to, maybe I should put this thing back in there. Help keep it in place. I guess that's what it's for. But it's kind of a cool little box. I got that. And then the lady who had the gloves for sale had that thing right there. So I've got lots of those kind of thing. And it fits perfectly right there. But I don't think all that stuff is going to fit into those drawers because, well, I might have to adjust the drawers. If I put little side panels on the drawers right here, it would probably fill. I might put those in there anyway and deal with that because I think it would look better. You know, I'm all about the looks, you know, because it fits perfect right there. So I might do that, but I actually checked it and it fits perfect. But when I realized all the stuff may not fit in there because the drawers don't have sides, I thought, yeah, I think I'll pass on that. And this thing right here, this is kind of a cool thing, but it's metal and everything, but it's the drawers aren't very long, and it's kind of a pain. It's kind of, they don't operate very well, so I'm not sure, but I like it. It's like probably looks like it's from maybe from the 40s or 50s. But anyway, that was my trip to the, oh man, my stomach. I haven't eaten all day. So for the breakfast, what do I have? That, forget it. And I went by coming back, I went by the corn place. But I decided not to have corn. I thought, you know what, I don't need any more corn right now. I kind of need something to eat, so I think I might just I'll have some oatmeal. I'll have a cracker. Too much freaking sugar. Okay. Australian citrus. Wow. Mario's Pack House. What kind of citrus came? Oh, oranges. Australian oranges. I mean, man, that's got to be a... coated with food-grade LC resin-based wax to maintain freshness. I mean, we got plenty of freaking oranges. We got Florida full of oranges. Maybe not so much anymore. I don't know. But they shipped them over here, and they shipped them in a nice box. Okay, well, I'm going to post this video. I wish I could post something that would be... Oh, it was a guy at the guy and his wife at the parade. And it was chilly. It was chilly this morning. I went out with shorts and a t-shirt. And so I was going to go and watch the parade. And I had, I said, oh, gee, it's been like 90. And then all of a sudden for the parade, it's like this. And they said, yeah, So I stayed there for a little while. Then I went back to my van, to my vehicle, and got a sweatshirt, put it on, and came back. And the guy says, "Oh, I thought you were a tough guy. He had this T-shirt on and all that with the hat." He said, "Where's your hat?" And I said, "Oh, I had to change and get a jacket." I was wearing a sweatshirt. He says, "Oh, I was thinking that you were really tough, And then we started chatting, and he's a nice fellow. Him and his wife. The guy's like 77 years old. And I said, 77? I said, wow, you don't look a day over 76. But I told him he looked great. He did. He looked great. He looked a lot better than people in their 60s. So it was kind of fun to meet him. He moved out in 85. Him and his wife, they had a little ranch south of town, and they commuted to Albuquerque to work, which is pretty normal, pretty, kind of like what a lot of people do. He finally retired, and he's out there. He had cows, and he got rid of his cows, and he just has 3 horses. So anyway, that wasn't much of a story. Huh? Well, what are you gonna do? We could say goodbye to the fat boar, or I could tell you a joke. There's 2 guys in hell. This one guy says, "Wednesday? Thought it was Thursday."